Well, hello everyone, and thank you for joining us for another episode of Iron Panther Presents. We shall be discussing Viola Davis's worldwide action movie, G20, where she's the second Black woman this year who played the president. Angela Bassett being the first one, with Robert De Niro. Viola Davis did far better, just more screen time in general. Just say that. But anyway, we're gonna get into this movie. Why is Harrison Ford behind me? We shall be discussing how these two big actors are actually quite similar. So anyway, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe to this channel. You can like on the video, you can comment on the video, you can share the video, you can watch the video till the end. You can do that too. And then we're gonna talk about casting, and age and all these kinds of things. But anywho, let's get to this intro stuff. All right, let's do that.
Oh, wait. I got to do it now. Wait. This is going to be funny. Wait. You ready? I got to do it.
This is awesome. This is awesome. This is amazing. I love it.
It was psychological. It was emotional.
Extremely entertaining.
But as always, as we try to say here, as we said, if you are new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. And as we talk about this video, please like on the video and comment on the video, and we will get back to you as soon as possible.
Hello. Thank you for joining us for this Sunday. I didn't think I was gonna make it, but I am here, so we'll do a couple of videos, and we'll be back next weekend too. All right, Kim. What did you think? What were your expectations? Let's start with expectations. Seeing the trailer, Viola Davis, President, bang, bang, bang. What are your expectations? What did you walk into this movie hoping for?
To me, it's just Viola Davis going in and, somebody's trying to mess with her people. She goes in and she starts kicking butt. That's really all that I saw when I saw the trailer. And I was like, okay, so we've never seen Viola Davis as an action star. So I guess this is like her next plateau. I mean, we've seen her do everything else. And she's the president. So, yes, I mean, after an election where we were trying to get a woman president and we did not get one, oh, yeah, okay, Hollywood, of course, is going to go ahead and write a story around that. So, yeah, I mean, I love Viola Davis. She's a brilliant actress. She went to Juilliard. She knows her stuff. She knows what to do in any situation, I feel. So, I didn't think the movie was that well put together, but I did enjoy her. Mm-hmm. And I enjoyed the rest of the cast also. Like Anthony Anderson as her husband was no. No.
Well, let's back up to the positives, Kim. Let's back up to the positives. We will get to the casting issues, but that's positive.
Yeah. Well, okay. So positives. Everybody's acting was pretty good. And I loved her clothes. Like all her clothes were nice. Her wigs were good. Her daughter looked nice. The young lady who plays her daughter. So that's pretty much my positives, I would say.
All right. So, I originally, and this is what I told Jamani. Actually, so two different things. I told y'all this is like Die Hard, and I think everybody's going for the Die Hard thing immediately because it's like it's a building, terrorists, whatever, take over. Action star has to like save the day. And then I thought about it, and then I told Jamani this was the Golden Girls meets Rambo. And then I thought about it. And then I said, no, that's not right. And then I said, no. This is, as I put it in the background, this is the new Air Force One, previously starring Harrison Ford as the 50-plus-year-old president who was taken hostage. This had to be on Air Force One, and the president has to become an action person and has to fight his way and get the hell off my plane is the famous line from the movie. So I think looking back on it, I submit. Did you see Air Force One? I'm assuming you did.
A long time ago.
What do you think?
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, Harrison Ford is like one of our action stars, right? So basically, it's Viola Davis without a wig, right? I mean, it's just. You know what I'm saying? Like all of these kind of movies, whether it's a man or it's a woman, it's the same movie. It's always the same movie. And this one, I feel like they tried to make it more relevant to now, right? So
Yeah.
the Bitcoin and you know
Yeah.
the crazy guy who was like kind of like a Elon Musk kind of dude, like that kind of thing. And I'm like, I don't know if I needed this movie, to be honest with you. I don't think I needed it, but I'm happy for Viola as an actress, that she was able to explore this side of herself.
So
Because it's hard. That was had to be hard. I mean, she's in her 50s and doing all that action stuff, no matter how many wires she's attached to, that's hard on your body.
It truly is, but I did not watch it. But we got to remember, she did The Woman King before this, so she's been a warrior.
Yeah, true. That's true.
And again, Charisse Theron, Halle Berry, like there's been women over 40 who like done like action shit. You know what I'm saying?
But no, for me, I'm talking about Viola separate from everyone else. I'm not trying to make her a group of Black women. I'm trying to say Viola Davis on her own has never, except for The Woman King. I'm sorry,
yes. Right.
Has done this
type of bang shoot 'em up action. I mean, yes. I hear you. She's more of a dramatic actor. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And in this one, therefore, she had to cry. And I'm like, this ain't the movie. Like, this is where you need to be hard. Like this ain't the one, but it still gave her like a that kind of scene. And I was like, all right, because that's who she is, right? Like again, she can do it.
Her nose didn't snot up, so that was a plus.
That was a plus. But again, from an action standpoint, I was like, this is a good, solid action movie. You know what I'm saying? And even I always miss Liam Neeson, like in his like 70s, I think, like what I would be like, you're doing too much at your age, right? But like you still doing it. But like anyway, she held up. Again, I had to look for Harrison Ford. I was like, I know he was older when he did Air Force One. I just didn't know how old he was, but he was like 55 when he did Air Force One. Like Viola is 59. So I was like, you still got, again, actors in their 50s trying to play action somethings, right? And you'd be like, okay, can you pull it off? She has the guns. Like she definitely has the arms. So you got to put her up there with Angela Bassett. You got to do that. Because because she's had the arms since at least What's Love Got to Do with It, minimum.
Right.
And she's kind of, so like you could see her doing this role, like compared to Zero Day. This is where we're the group was joking how you got 0 Day Black woman president, you got G20 Black woman president coming out in relatively, say, 3 or 4 months span. Like we don't think that was a coincidence. We think Hollywood was going
Hollywood
for something.
Has to tap in,
right, and then it just didn't go their way. But they're like, hey, we got 2 movies anyway. Alfre Woodard actually was I don't say the first, but she also played a Black woman president on a TV show. And so like we've seen this before. But technology, as we chat, I like the fact that the use of technology made more sense in this than it did in 0 Day. The idea of like cryptocurrency and like the AI video, and you're trying to like destable the international economic markets, and then just try to get money. So that kind of gave a Die Hard type of ish of like, it's really about the money when it's all said and done.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, but then they made it kind of realistic, I was like, in that sense. Mm-hmm. The villain, I thought it made sense, the disillusioned soldier and that kind of stuff, and he just trying to get his money back. Then I felt like I was watching Siege, the Under Siege with Steven Seagal and Tommy Lee Jones. Right? Long time. But right, the soldier couldn't make it, now he's coming back for vengeance. And I was like, okay, so that kind of gave me that kind of vibe. And Anthony Starr, like, he is a great dramatic actor. Like, he has the same kind of mannerisms than what he plays. So he's Homelander right now on The Boys. But I remember him in Banshee, where like he had the beard and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, he was great as Banshie. He was phenomenal.
I was like, he was hardcore like in that one. So like he kind of brought that energy to this. Mm-hmm. And I thought he did a good job. So I like the idea that they tried to tie the two together, like they had a past when the whole like Fallujah thing went down, and that was a defining moment for her character.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they could have sold it better if they would have like not Viola Davis as she is now, like DAs, like they had an actress of the age in the scene, and like she like PTSD over it. Like you could see it, like you could see a truck in front of her, and we can understand the story. And then later on, we hear that the truck that got, the people got, she tells the story. 5 people of our coalition got killed, and that's terrible, blah, blah, blah. And I kind of knew, and you realize that I was in that truck. And then we can see it. It would have make it more sense, because the way they did it, it kind of felt like a Tubi twist. Was like, before you go, I was the guy in that story, like, to make it more personal. So now I was like, really? That's kind of coincident to that. Manny, I thought Manny was a good character, her sidekick of sorts.
Yeah, I did too. I did.
From William Trent.
Yes.
I was like,
yes.
I was like, all right. I can't stand that show, but like the guy, he did what?
Really, I love his show.
Oh my! I was like, that first season, I was like, this is laughable. I was like, I can't. I'm surprised it got renewed. It's like got season 3 coming, I do believe. I'm surprised. But like, did you think he was gonna die? Do you feel like he was that sidekick that wasn't gonna make it?
Well, yeah, I thought he was gonna die when he was actually laying against, when he actually turned everything back on. Yeah. And he was just laying there. I was like, oh, he's dead. Yeah, I was like, he's dead. I mean, the way he laid there, I was like, yeah, you're dead. What a shame, but you're dead, right? Yeah.
So it's funny. At that point, I told Terry, he's been alive too long. He's gonna make it. When he took the bullet, which didn't make any kind of sense, when he runs into the kitchen and like instead of just shooting the guy, he like jumps and takes the bullet. I was like, this is where he dies. If he's gonna do it, this is where you do it. So then she's like, and that like gives her the extra motivation besides her family, and then she can, I gotta get the guy who killed my friend type of shit. I was like, that's what I thought.
Well, I think that motivation was already there. Her whole family is like, she doesn't even know what's going on with her kids, and she didn't need any more motivation. Like her husband was caught, her kids are like, she's not sure what's going on. That right there gave her enough motivation to be like, I got to survive this because I got to save my family. First and foremost, she's got to save her family. Secondly, Manny, yeah, he was a great guy. Like, he did serve her. But no, I don't think she needed any more motivation than her family. No.
I felt like there was a lot of, I'm a woman, so there's some woman stuff they have to do in this. And I was like, the whole thing about the finance lady who was like, I have to take off these heels and now I can drive barefoot. I'm like, this is not. And then like her like ripping her dress and stuff. I'm like, I get it. They're like, this is where
that is a woman thing. We would have to do all these things.
I'm like,
men don't have to do these things. Do you have to rip your dress to like?
Or it could have been, but that would have been a whole different type of movie. but wait. Take it back. Die Hard. It did come down to the shoes because he took off his shoes. He had to rub his feet. So the shoes actually became a thing in Die Hard.
Yeah, because he stepped on that glass and his feet were jacked the whole rest of the movie.
Shoot the glass. I felt like people would have saw it as repetitive. I hear you, but this would have made more sense. I'm walking around in these heels. I try to listen to my fashion coordinator. Fuck you in these heels. I fought in combat, and she takes the heels off, and now she's kicking ass barefoot. It would make far more sense in her situation than it did in John McClane's situation. Because the whole point, the guy says, when you land, you do this. He was already in the hotel. It made no sense that he waits he gets to the hotel. It was for plot convenience. It would just get the story going. But this would have made sense if she was like, oh man, God, my feet hurt. And then all of a sudden everything goes to shit. And now she's fighting barefoot. But then people would have been like, now you're doing Die Hard. And I get it. But I just feel like she would did better. I think your girl had to be short. Okay. Family. Casting. We can. No way, fucking shape or form, Anthony Andrews should have been in this movie. That is not the dude.
No.
That is not the dude. No.
He's nobody's husband, but oh gosh.
Tracy Ellis Ross.
Yes, that's her husband. She needs to take him back and go somewhere. Because no, she is not my girl. He is not Viola Davis's husband. Okay. No. And by the way, Viola Davis's husband was an executive producer and he was in the movie.
She had played the husband.
She don't play her husband in her movie. And now she's done that before. He's been in cameos in How to Get Away with Murder. I believe he was in something else too. But he's sometimes is in stuff that she's in.
And that's very sweet to kind of share the spotlight with your spouse.
Yeah.
Like I shine, you shine. But I felt like in this should have kept it to him, right? Because it just didn't look right. It just didn't look right. And his toupee did not look right. Like there was something on top of his head. That wasn't.
No,
I don't feel like that was
nothing on top of his head. What are you talking about?
I disagree.
This man does not. He's an older gentleman, and he just has regular going bald hair. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about Anthony Anderson, not her husband.
Oh, Anthony Anderson.
There was something on top of his head.
I didn't even notice if there was something on top of his head.
There was something. That shit did not look natural. Like and maybe he wanted a little bit more thickness up there, but there was something going on, and I was like,
maybe, I don't know. I know he's lost a lot of weight because he's got. I believe he has diabetes. Yeah. But don't get me wrong. Anthony Anderson looked good and all of that, right? But it's just that the flow wasn't there for me. I was like, this is not your man. You know what I mean? Like it's not to be as quiet as it's kept. When I watched How to Get Away with Murder, I didn't see Sam as her husband. Not because he's a different color, not at all. That actor and Viola didn't have any chemistry to me, as you know what I'm saying, like as husband and wife. They played the part, right? It didn't stop me from enjoying the show, right? But I felt like she should have had someone different. Like there was no chemistry to me with
all right, now we gotta go to fences. So like, are you saying her and Denzel did better? I
think she did better with Denzel, not because he's a black man, just because they fed off each other. Like they're really good actors and they're able to feed off each other. And the emotional scenes were great scenes and they meshed together. If you know what I'm saying, like she was able to act with him like it was a back and forth with them that there was not with Anthony Anderson and there was not with Sam. Do you know what I'm saying? Like there was just the chemistry was not there. Maybe in a different show, these other two husbands could have worked out, but not.
But I think with Anthony, he's a well-known comedian, and it just like this was a dramatic action something, and he hasn't gotten there. You know what I'm saying? So I felt, to me, I was seeing Blackish. I was like, where's Tracy Ellis Ross, and you're cheating on her with Viola Davis, and I'm like, this don't feel right, especially when the daughter is his daughter.
Yeah, Diane. Yeah.
And I was like, this is not good because I know she's 20 in real life, and she's trying to like, I'm grown now, like I got a body.
Yeah, I mean, she produces and directs movies. She's grown.
But like, you don't play a teenager. Like that's not good for your career because they can't see you as an adult. Like you need to be playing your age and not older. Like you need hidden, and then people can see you as grown. I just saw, like, again, I thought it was an episode of Blackish. It's just they switched out the wife, and I'm like, and to this point, this is the third time. She plays the smart sister to the dumb, not necessarily useful brother. Third time. Blackish, Good Times, and this. All good with computers, all kind of techie. Maybe it's the glasses, I don't know. But I'm like, it's a thing.
She didn't wear her glasses in this. She had on contacts.
All right. So I was like, I felt like you need to break out this role, girl. You gotta do something different. You can't be just doing the same thing.
I think that young lady will be just fine because I mean, this girl has been producing movies that she's in since she was like, I believe, 17 years old. So she's got a good backing behind her. Her parents, I think she's good. I don't think that she'll. She's been acting for a very long time. So if she wants to step out of acting and do the behind the scenes stuff as she's been doing, she's fine. I think she's good.
I get this different type of roles. I'm just saying,
but maybe that's not her interest though. She's been acting forever. Maybe that's what she wants to step back from, and that's why she's doing what she's doing as far as writing, producing, and directing. Right? Can't lock her in a box. Just let her go.
I mean, she locked herself in the box. I was hoping to see her. I thought she was gonna be a little bit mature. She's
18. She was 18.
She's 20.
No, she was 18 in the movie.
I'm saying. make me 20 so I could be grown, like visit it. She still could have been the daughter, but like she could have been like the grown daughter, like in college, like shit. And then like she was visiting her parents, and then she's gonna see her younger brother. Just because again, especially with Anthony Anderson there, you put me back in grownish, in black, excuse me, for at least for me. Character development, there wasn't much. I was hoping for something in her backstory, like maybe the villain was gonna reveal like he helped her or something. Like there was more to this story or something. It just felt very one dimensional. But like she got from point A to point B. The Prime Minister of Britain, following her to victory.
Well, first he was rude, which unfortunately that happens a lot in the UK with women. It really does. Like they don't, for some reason, they don't have like a level of respect they should have for women, no matter what color you are. But anywho, I've heard a lot of them say some terrible things, and women are like, Jesus, like. But anywho, but then I do like that he did change. Like after he saw that these 3 women were going to go the whole 9 yards to save their husbands, right, from whatever was happening, they were like, okay, he was like, okay, I don't really believe it yet, but I'm in. And then he actually, was there with his mouth open, like, what? Like, I can't believe it. She actually pulled it off. It's like, yeah, because in the beginning he was very disrespectful. Yeah.
Well, he's supposed to be that guy. It is always, especially in a woman-led movie, it's gonna be that guy who's like all of a sudden it's like, oh, and then it's like preferably white apparently, and then it's like, hey, and then like they can get to the I follow you. I was like, please don't. With the fact that she was Army and then Manny was Marines, which was unnecessary for like their background, it really didn't add anything for me. When she was like, I'll go, Manny, I was like, don't do this. Like, this is not necessary. Like, please, God, like, why are we doing this? But that being said, I would have preferred if the Prime Minister saluted her. He did give her chief of staff the speech of like, hey, follow her lead. She's shown her leadership, which they should know since she's the president. But like, if he would have gave her kind of like Armageddon with Bruce Willis and the astronaut, he was like, "You're the dumbest fucker I ever." And then at the end, he like saluted Liv Tyler. He was like, "Let me," that kind of thing. Like, you earned it. If he would have did that, I would have been like, that makes sense. Like, that would have made sense. I would have took that far better than the whole Manny president thing. To me, but I still, again, I like that. What else would have been nice? Okay, the final. I was feeling like Fast and the Furious, and this is not a compliment, right? When the Beast took 15 missiles and then flipped.
When so when the helicopter was about to go over, I was like, in my head, I was like, this is not going to happen. They're not going to kill Viola Davis with her child. It's not going to happen. So when I saw 5 men pulling this heavy helicopter back over, I was like, this is what miracles are made of. Because I don't believe this part at all. But there was a lot that I did. Okay, so look, I understand that we live in a technology world. I do. I get it. Okay. There was a lot of CGI in this movie, and it was too much. Because even my daughter-in-law came in, right? They were supposed to be in South Africa. And she was like all happy because they were like some of the first song that they sang, like the intro song kind of. Yeah. Like when they first landed in South Africa and the women were dancing and doing all these things. And my daughter-in-law was like, oh yeah, that's how we do it. When we have our guests come to the hotel, we roll out the red carpet, and then the song, she knew the song. And I said, oh, okay. So then when they showed the mountain and there was like this road to go, she was like, that's not real. And I was like, no, she said that mountain, that I know that's not real. And I was like, really? She said, we don't have those the trails like that. And she was like, and I was like, this is CGI. She said it's a lot of CGI. And I was like, yeah, it was too much CGI. I'm so sorry. It really was a lot. The helicopter we know was in the studio.
Fake as fuck.
Oh, yeah. Wait a minute. But what about the party? The whole, I guess, G20 party? They were like in a banquet room. that looked so fake. I was like, what is this? Like, you could not
They were-
afford to make this look better than this
Come on,
movie.
y'all went to a Four Seasons. It was like, can we use your banquet hall in the back and we'll just put some CGI mountains in the windows? I was
Yeah,
like, damn it. The whole helicopter landing and taking off, fake as fuck. Like all
absolutely.
of that. And it's like,
Yep.
and the better TV you have, the worse it looks. Hello. Thank you for joining us. And that's it,
Right.
Candy. Thank you for joining us. So again, if you're in the chat, did you like the movie? Is what you thought it was gonna be? Like, can you see a part 2 for some reason? Like, I mean, they made
No,
more diehards. I mean, so I was like, how are we gonna? She got a second term.
no,
If
no,
somebody comes for her,
no.
they're
Let
like,
let Viola's feet rest. Let her wigs take a bow. No, no. I'm okay. That this, like I said, I've seen her in every
"What's up, Jamal?"
facet of every character already. I'm good. I'm okay with her saying, you know what, I'm just gonna chill and be with my husband and my daughter for a minute. I'm happy with. I'd be happy with that.
8.5 out of 10. You are good. You're a hardcore Viola Davis fan. That's what that is. So I didn't even. You're right about the helicopter. That was bullshit. But
Oh my gosh.
I'm talking about the escape of the beast when they were driving towards the gate and they're
Oh,
taking
that was
bullets
funny.
and the missiles, and then the bill flipped. It flipped over the gate,
Yes.
flipped like 3 times,
Yeah.
and was like, "We're good. Fuck you, man." So I
Come
was
on. Come
like,
on.
CGI is fuck.
And did you
CGI is
like the part that she was a smaller woman? Like she was short. I was like, okay, so they put this in for as Pepper. So I was like,
yes.
yeah, okay. Yeah, she's a little person. Because he could have driven. He definitely could have
Yeah,
driven. But it had to be the woman, the short
right.
woman driving the car. And I was like, okay, I get this. This is a woman's movie, right? Okay. That's fine. And don't get me wrong, because I'm a woman, I loved it. I thought it was fantastic that she did that. But the whole CGI with the flipping and doing all the do you know if those things were really in front of the gates, they would be dead.
Dead.
Like in a distance, dead.
Dead.
Like before they even approached the gate, they would have been dead.
The missiles
Yeah.
would have killed them.
Yes.
Like,
yeah.
you got missiles. I was like,
Yeah.
what are we? I was like, this is too much, y'all. This is too much. Like, you should have the SEALs take out the Humvees and stuff and like open the gates after maybe a couple of shots, and then I would have been okay with that. But I'm like, what are y'all doing right now? This ain't realistic. I mean, true, but you gotta specify, because again, all these action movies are not realistic. like I was like, you will die. These characters would have died 10 times over.
Oh,
Like
absolutely.
in any kind of real, and not okay. Look, even okay, I'm trying to think of a man that if I saw this, I would have been like, kiss my ass. Like Kevin Hart, for example, and maybe that's a bit Kevin Hart. The scene where Viola Davis, with her fisticuffs, takes out that tall, bald dude that looked like an animal, right? And she's like, rah, rah. Stop it.
Didn't
Stop
she
it.
choke him out?
She choked him to death.
Wait a
Fuck
minute.
you.
Now, had she
No.
choked him with her legs, I would have believed it. Because a woman has a lot of strength in their legs.
Okay.
And a woman could choke a man out with her legs.
Okay.
But she did not. She
No.
choked him out with, wasn't it a cloth or something? I was like,
yeah, she put like arm strength. Like she killed
Yeah.
the dude with arm strength.
No.
Fuck you. No.
No.
He would have killed her. He would have,
Absolutely.
as
He
big
would
as
have
that
flipped
dude
her
was,
around
it's
and just that's it.
That's it. That's all that's it. Like if her entire family jumped on this dude, I would have believed it a little bit. Like I would be like, okay,
Excuse me.
I'm not buying it. I mean, yes, but yeah, I get you. Woman King. Yeah, I didn't watch Woman King. So I feel bad about that, but still ain't gonna watch it. But I was like, but again, I think that probably a little bit more. And it was a lot. Like that right there, I was like, you're doing too much. Also, I said the same thing about Angelina Jolie, like in Salt, and her name, she's so small. Fuck. Colombiana. She's like this big.
Oh, Zoe Saldana.
This big. I'm like,
yeah, she's
come
tiny.
on, like, come on. Like, I'm like, you got to give me something. But but I mean,
but Colombiana, I still look at that as a classic. I don't care about what people say about it. And then it's not realistic in the fact that she was very small. She's just a small petite girl, right? But but I still enjoyed the story. I enjoyed the acting. I enjoyed what she was trying to accomplish. So I mean, you know, we watch movies, right, for the fantasy of it, right? And we do look for some realism in it. Like in Colombiana, there was some real stuff, right? I mean, her dad got killed. You know,
it was grounded. Let's say it was grounded.
It's grounded, right? But the things that happen, you know, so her fighting all these men and doing all these different things, probably not. You know, probably, she probably would have had her neck snapped. Probably second scene, but you know,
roll credits.
Roll credits, yeah. But it was entertaining. So
it was, and again, of all, if you look in her peers, right? So again, you got Angela Bassett, you got Viola Davis. I feel like it'd be a bit much to say like Gabrielle Union. I would put her next to like Nia Long and that kind of like.
Well, Gabrielle Union, I would say, has been in more of an action role than Nia Long. I don't remember Nia Long in any kind of action ever. Actually.
No. Well, I mean, more like age, like Halle Berry, like that kind of range of like actor. You'd be like, okay, like if you
mean that age range, okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you look like over 50, you know, actresses over 50, like trying to move into this kind of new genre, like Meryl Streep, no, like this, let's not do this. Like Glenn Close, no, let's not do this. Like, but she's like, I could do. But Viola Davis had the body; she could. Like Angela Bassett could have did it, like, and that kind of thing. And they just could have toned down just a little, and I would have bought.
I would have felt better if she to kill that guy. They would have given her something else to you know, like shooting him, blowing him up or something. You know what I mean? Like, give me something more realistic that you could possibly do as a woman, because as women, I mean, and this I tell young women, we are not anywhere near as strong as men. I don't care how much you work. You're just not. We have to have things in order to give us an advantage over you, right? Sorry, my dog's but yeah.
When she shot out, to your point, she immediately shot all those people, like, and then like just went like that. I was like, okay, you're ex-military. That made sense, and that looked pretty awesome. And like that's what made me think about Halle Berry. But Giovanni joined us. Thank you, Giovanni. I didn't think you were gonna come. What you got for G20, sir?
I thought it was a great streaming movie. Like, this is quintessential streaming quality. Like, it's up there with that Kevin Hart Lift movie. It's like, this would be impressive in the movie theaters 15 years ago, maybe, but it's just like an action comedy that is quintessential streaming.
Where was the comedy?
Yeah, I didn't see any comedy.
Are you just saying it was? You saying it was just laughable? You're saying, is that what you're saying? There was no comedy in this movie, Jamani.
No,
not on purpose. What? Give me a comedic moment, please.
I don't know, with the kids and Anthony Anderson, I thought those were more like the comedic reliefs, I guess.
I think because it's Anthony Anderson, and therefore you want to laugh. But for him to be like, your mom says if she gets taken, fuck her. I gotta save y'all. Like that was quite serious. I mean, he was like, she gotta go. She said you, not her. I was like, that was a very touching moment. Him almost getting his ear cut off. Right. I was like, he's just a funny dude. Like I mean, that's all I'm saying. So I think again, like if Eddie Murphy was in this movie, I would not take him seriously because he's Eddie Murphy. It's just not gonna happen. Like for me, you know, like he's too much of a comedian for me to be like, you gotta be joking. You must be joking in these moments.
I don't know how it wasn't very believable with the whole, you know, the daughter able to sneak out from Secret Service and she knows everything about, like, what type of school do these rich kids go to that they know how to hook up satellite dishes and key card readers and all types of stuff like this. I'm like,
okay, I know, Jamani, you do know that teenagers are the ones who like break into banks and then they become adults who break into banks via the internet. Like that part of it was actually very realistic to me. She seems to be like a computer geek. And a lot of kids nowadays are computer geeks and they do know how to do these things. And that's why they end up, going to prison. Some of them end up working for the government because they know how to break into certain things and they've done it. They proved they could do it.
I think so. I think if she would have figured out the code to to break the AI videos, right? If she was like, I came up with an algorithm that will make people see these like deep fake videos are actually fake and what really happened, I think I would have believed that more than the whole satellite transmission thing. But I was like, because she was more like a anyway. But I was
like, not hard. It's satellite is internet. What are you talking about? That's simple.
It's not. That's hard wiring, soldering, electric type of stuff, as opposed to
build
just click clacking on keyboard.
What are you talking about?
So we never again it's all TV. Let's just chalk it up to that.
No, but I'm just saying that this is not unbelievable. You can do it's not.
All right. What about them hanging off?
Very, very skilled.
All right. What about them and their parkour, weightlifting skills? Both these kids are dangling off a building.
Oh, that was unbelievable.
Yeah, and then they could push themselves back up by their body. Like, that was
okay. Again, it's an action movie, and we gotta let some shit slide because John
David, that was unslidable. They are very small
people. He put down that shaft and he grabbed on and he was to kiss my ass. He was able to cock himself up and put himself in that air vent. Dead as fuck. Like there's no way. Like he went through that window dead. Like there's too many times. There was a bit. John McClane would have died 10 times in Die Hard 1. Like so we gotta let some of this shit slide.
This guy got his face burnt on a grill and then still went on for like another hour in the movie.
I was like, he had a super face. But what about, I felt like this is some kind of American, even black on black racism, where they were like, oh, you from Wakanda? I know Americans would have said that. But they shouldn't have been like offended. Like, bro, like we're not a movie. Like we're real, like actual soldiers. I like their input, but I thought that was just hilarious to me. Like they're like, oh, and then they had the music, and I was like, is this what Terry was like? Did they play that in Black Panther? I was like, maybe. Like it sounded like a Black Panther beat and or Lion King, and I was like.
Are you talking about the one that I told you that my daughter-in-law knows that song?
No, at the end.
At the end. Okay.
It felt like a Black Panther vibe, and I was like, but I don't know. I did like their the added. I did like their resources that they were actually like helpers. I thought they would have used the knife more. They would have been if they worked together to kill that big white dude. Like that would have been good. That would have been good.
Did you say you thought that they would use a knife more?
When in the kitchen, when. You know what I'm saying? That I thought they would have been like showed their James Bond skills or some shit, but ultimately they just sat there and got saved, and then they just cut the ropes and so. I thought that was gonna be a little bit more than something, but I was like, I guess not. This is Viola Davis's movie, and she's gonna do it by herself. All right, Jamani. Positives, Jamani. You gotta give me a positive. You always complain.
Well, Viola Davis was good. I guess she checked this off her bucket list as, I want to be an action star.
Thank you, Jamani. I said the same thing.
Yes.
The lady that she slapped or whatever from Scandal, I thought that was funny when that happened.
Yes.
She found out that she was a traitor or whatever.
She's from Scandal?
Yeah, she was in Scandal.
Remember, she was the lady who was always on the TV criticizing them or whatever.
Oh shit!
She was like that pundit or whatever. I think she was in government before, and then she left, and then she was just like criticizing them.
Oh shit! You talking about the one who betrayed her in the end? Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah.
I remember her from The West Wing. Isn't that the one from The West Wing?
That's before my time.
Yeah, she was in The West Wing too.
I'm sorry. She's from The West Wing, and she played the vice president in The Diplomat season 2. And gave a whole thing on Norway.
She was in House of Cards
Greenland.
also.
Oh, she's in House of Cards. That's legit. Like something about her just says politics. I remember her from. I watched the Scandal. Do not remember her from Scandal. But all right. I'll take our word for it since both of you said it. She was good. Again, that made sense. You know what I'm saying? If she took the presidency from her, I'm like, okay. They actually showed a vice president because they rarely do that. They actually showed a vice president as part of this. Jamani, I remember your text. Is there any technology you felt that they should have brought up in this?
Yeah, there was no mention of this nuclear football. It, what they did with the Beast was like unbelievable. Like I didn't really believe all of that, but the nuclear football, there was nobody trying to secure it, no mention of it. I was very confused. Like that would be something that'd be priority, or the Manny character would have had it handcuffed to him or something.
I hear you. You are right about that. I feel like Manny would have been entrusted with the nuclear ball. Maybe it got blown up with the rest of the cat team, whatever. That should have been mentioned. They're all taken out immediately. And then it was just this is a
that
tradition.
Lady wasn't in Scandal.
Huh?
She wasn't in Scandal.
Thank you. I was like, what the fuck? What? I was like, no, you got her confused with the vice president. I think you got confused with the vice president. I do remember a woman on TV, but I just feel like you got her confused.
Yeah, but it was an older woman. I forgot her name, but it was the woman who played in Grey's Anatomy. She was Grey, and then she died. She was Grey's mom, and she died.
Oh,
but yeah, it's the same.
This woman in this movie, you're saying?
No. It's who we think it is. Me and Jamani were thinking of is a woman who was first in Grey's Anatomy. She was actually Grey, who had the affair with the oh gosh, what is his name? The head of the hospital. I forgot his name. Anyway, and they had an affair or whatever. But that was why Grey always went to him like a father figure or whatever. Because her mom actually got dementia. She was a brilliant doctor, but she got dementia, and then she died in the show. But then she was on Scandal, and she was always like on TV saying bad things about the White House and all that stuff. She played that character.
Oh, okay.
My hat off to you for that. And in addition to being a Grey's Anatomy watcher, because ain't no way I could ever do that. That's 21 seasons, 22 episodes a season.
Oh, no, sir. I stopped watching Grey's Anatomy in season 4.
Damn.
I couldn't take it anymore. I was like, I'm done.
She didn't get to the double digits. I was like, I can't. That has to be like a night. Hey, we're getting off track. Do you want a part 2? What would be in it, Jamani? Because we got prep for woo.
What would say that question again?
Could you see a part 2? And what would you want to see in it?
If it's a part 2, I'm like, either the kids play, I would see the kids playing more of a role and not having the father be like the damsel in distress. Like that's so stereotypical. Like the spouse is on the phone and he's getting beat up, and then the person decides to come back or whatever. Like it should be one of them, like them. We call it the Antonio Banderas, where the whole family spies or whatever. Like the whole family gets in on whatever the action is.
Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. I like that. All right. Kim, any final? I know we talked about. You said you don't want to see a part 2 out of this.
No, I'm good. She's filled her quota. Okay. Just go enjoy her daughter being a teenager. Have fun with her handsome husband. Just and she can continue to executive produce things and direct things and whatever she wants to do. But I think her card is full now. I think she's played everything and everyone that she needs to play. So
I hear you. I forgot to actually have this conversation. Terry and I were hoping that she had a secret affair with Manny, because like their relationship was like
there would have been so much drama. No,
but that's why it would have been good. Like if they've been together for years and be damned, she was like the youngest kid's daddy. Like I wanted to be like,
you wanted to be messy.
Yeah, that's like I could have seen it being Angela Bassett, Wesley Snipes. You know, they have this emotional connection, but they don't get physical, like in Waiting to Exhale.
Do you actually need that? Did you need it in Die Hard? Did you need it in all these men movies? No.
They get the drug. Okay, well, that's not doing that. So it's a Die Hard.
Well, Die Hard was, you know, it was his ex-wife or estranged wife, and he's trying to get back with her, but she's already with her husband. So, you know,
but in part two, he was being flirted with. By the way, they tried to make they tried to make it more sexism. They spent a lot of time on her and Manny, like a lot. And I was like,
I think it was more so because he was dedicated to her, and he was trying to teach her how to fight and all these different things. Because you can't always rely on, you know, Secret Service and then also on Manny to keep you safe. You got to know things.
Hence, I would have been like, girl, I'm doing this for you because I love you. I just wanted a little bit. After all that, I just wanted a little bit. The man took like 3 bullets. He jumped out of a car to be like, I'm gonna save you, baby. I was like, y'all doing something. You gotta do something. Come on, give me. Anyway,
so Secret Service, don't they like sign on the dotted line to say I will die for this person? So why do we need extra stuff?
Bullet, and then he jumped out of a moving car. Like there's a lot. Like and she was like, no, Manny, you go. I got this. And he was like, no, baby, I'm going all the way. I was like, you have fathered one of those children. I would take that better than Anthony Anderson. I just didn't like Anthony Anderson. I would have been like, I'm leaving you for Manny. I realized that we had no chemistry, that we haven't had anything for years. I love Manny. We wrestled a lot, and I like the way it feels. And I'm leaving you for Manny. And he's like, got it.
I would have been better if Anthony Anderson is in this type of movie. If it's a dramedy or even a comedy, I would have felt better. But this, no, sir. He really did play a damsel in distress, like Giovanni said. And I don't like men like that. So I was kind of turned completely off by his character. So yeah.
You don't want to see the man trying to take care of the children, and I gotta get you.
No. Don't get me wrong. That's fine what he did with the children. That was fine because he did try to protect them, right? As best he could, right?
But that's the woman's role to be like, it's okay, guys, we gotta go. And the man's supposed to be like, I got this, baby. I'll take care of this. Okay, I'm gonna take the kids. And he's like, oh, come get me. I was like, this is not okay. This is not. I'm sorry, bro. You should not have did this role. Like this ain't good for you. You cannot be leading actor after this. Like you can't be Die Hard after this.
No,
you're done. You that's it. Like
I think this was a favor to the little girl that was on Blackish or something like that. Because ain't she a producer of this or something like that?
Yeah, she's a producer, writer, and director. She's
of this movie though. I saw Viola Davis' name. I don't know if I saw her name, but I
don't know if she did this movie, but she's done other things.
Yeah. I mean, amazing entrepreneur. Like she's awesome. I was just saying she should have played her actual age so she could stop being the girl from Blackish because that's all I saw. I was like,
she played 18. She was 2 years off.
It's just
from her real age.
She's trying to be grown. Like Drew Barrymore at this age was showing her titties to David Letterman because she was like, I'm
a drug addict and an alcoholic.
They're all trying to be grown. I was like, she don't need to do all that. I'm not saying she has to go that far. I'm just saying, but she needs to do more grown shit. Anyway, come on. We
this will be on the next season of Euphoria.
We ain't ready for that. We ain't ready for that. No.
Me and my brother were watching this thing. Mm-hmm. White people are obsessed with the Titanic. It would be worth it to find out if they could salvage that crypto wallet that fell in, because it would be worth it in money, whatever it takes to go down there to get it, just to get it. I'm like, does it still work? Is
that what a crypto wallet really looks like? I think they just made it legit, like a wallet looking thing for us. I don't know. I don't think that's really what a crypto wallet is supposed to look like. It looked ridiculous, but I figured that they just figured that's what the audience would accept as a crypto wallet.
Typically just looks like a cell phone.
So I was like, oh, okay. I didn't think that was a physical thing, like a wallet.
Yeah. But I didn't even understand it. I thought the girl was going to get away at the beginning. I thought Yeah, that was
I don't even know her point. Like, I don't understand any of that. Like, any of it. Like, why did they need that specific wallet? Why did they have to kill her for it? Who the fuck was she? None of this was explained. And I thank you, Jemani, for bringing this up. I was completely confused, 100% confused about why this was happening and how that was the piece of technology that Homelander needed to bring down the whole like global economic network. I didn't understand.
And we never saw the guy that she was meeting with at the beginning ever again anyway. And I wasn't he like the head guy in charge?
Of what?
Of whatever the organization was that was trying to get this crypto or whatever. I don't know.
I don't know what the meeting was for, Jemani. I don't know. I don't like I truly don't know. It just got really confusing, and I said let's let this go because it never came back. And but again,
I thought she was trying to get other countries she was trying to get money from other countries to support. I thought like poor people, homeless people, and people like that, and like she was trying to get money from them in some type of way, but she wanted to do it via crypto so that it didn't affect the American economy.
Well, I don't think that the deal that Homelander messed up. I don't think that was that, because this was like some undercover shit. So, and Viola Davis had no idea that was happening. So, right. Like we don't.
I'm talking about why she did the G20, whatever the whole little summit thing was. That's what it was about. Yeah.
Oh no, we're talking about the operation that Anthony Starr got that device that he.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, I don't know what operation he hijacked to get this one specific type of crypto wallet, and that was the thing. And truly, was he trying to free the world of Viola Davis's plan, or was he truly just trying to run away with the money? Like I
was like, trying to run away with the money.
Yeah,
but he was like, so that's, I don't know. It didn't, like you said, what happened to the money? And then if I watch, we see real videos of world leaders doing crazy shit, and the whole market does not collapse. If I saw a fake video of a leader that I'm like, I'm pretty sure so-and-so wouldn't do this, I wouldn't automatically go straight to the bank, pull out all my money, get guns, and start shooting people. Like, even that was doing too much. Like, immediately, I was like, what? Like, no. This would have took days. And I don't know if you would.
Well, you got to speed the movie up, right? So.
No, but I'm saying it shouldn't have been a direct to camera. It should have been like one of them, like when Mitt Romney was talking about he got bitches in binders or whatever. Like, it got to be like one of them secret recordings, so people think, oh shit, they saying this is secret. Maybe I need to take my money out because they're plotting or conspiring.
Perhaps it's just bitches in binders. He said that?
Huh? Yeah, that was one of the reasons why he lost the election. He was like, I got women in binders because I'm gonna fill, my staff up with women. I got women in binders. It was just like,
oh, I thought I actually said bitches in binders. I thought that would have been hilarious. But I was like, yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. Anyway, we get off track now. Come on, Jamon. Anything else before we move on to more silliness?
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Is that your alarm?
Yeah, sorry.
All right, it's all good. Boop. All right, Kim, please say.
Thank you so much, Chad, for joining the conversation. We truly appreciate each and every one of you. If you could please share our video. We're trying to reach 2,500 subscribers by June 2025. So if you share the video with anyone and everyone, will be able to reach that goal. Also, please hit the notification bell. Please subscribe to the channel. And also, please like our videos. And also, can you watch them to the very end because that helps with our algorithm. So thank you, guys. Again, we're about to come back in about 5 minutes with another video. So just stay tuned. Thank you. Bye.
Bye, Kim. All right, guys. We head over to Power of Book 3, which I thought was a season finale worthy episode. Actually, I thought it had a lot of things happening. So we're gonna talk about that. But anyway, so let's do that. I will say thank you guys very much for hanging out with us. I see people watching us in the chat.
I enjoyed the view very much. I don't know what the fuck I was watching.
Rewatch this when we're done. Rewatch this. You'll see what we're talking about. You'll be like, oh shit.
Hilarious. Absolutely hilarious.
You want to go there?
Oh shit.
Stacey, do your thing.
Fuck that shit.
But anyway, please like and share and comment on the video and all that kinds of stuff. As they say, we're just going to end this broadcast and say bye.